ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानगणः प्रत्यगर्थः ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ॐ नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससंतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्परातीनां भक्तिज्ञानयोगवेदान्तादि प्रक्रियाणां प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं विश्वशान्ति विश्वकल्याण विश्व एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य स्थापकानाम् अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां ऋषीणां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां भक्तानां शिष्याणां साधकानां सेवकानाम् उपासकानां श्रोतॄणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां च पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा सनातन धर्म संस्थापन कर्तव्य कार्ये नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिरादीनां मंदिराणां पुनर समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां दिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थना दीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु शाश्वत समूल शत्रु विघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्माद् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सनातन धर्म संस्थापना कर्मसु सत्कर्मसु नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवत देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृदेश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषदः श्री आद्यशंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम परब्रह्मणे नमः। ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। Pranams to Parabrahma Paramatma. Pranams to his expression in the form of all devatas. Pranams to Shruti Mata. Pranams to the entire Guru Parampara. Salutations to you all, respected friends. Welcoming gratitudes in advance and all through. It is by the divine grace and providence that starting 6 years back, we went on studying Upanishads with Sri Adi Shankara Bhashya to bring into our hearts the ultimate goal to be achieved as well as the means to be followed, and also to know what are the qualifications to follow those means to achieve. So far, 9 Upanishads. First round we have gone through. Ishavasya Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Katha Upanishad, Prashna Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Pandukya Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, Aitareya Upanishad. And yesterday, taking good amount of time, around 847 days, we have gone through Shvetashvatara Upanishad. In the sequence is now the 10th Upanishad, that is Chandogya Upanishad. Then the 11th one is Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. These are called Mukhya or major Upanishads because the Acharya Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara has given the Bhashya to all these Upanishads, facilitating for our study and understanding. No words are sufficient to extend our gratitudes to the entire Parampara and our Swagurus and Shruti Mata and Parameshwara, that they are giving us these blessings, these opportunities, these guidances. May we also become utmost sincere from our side also, with the readiness to learn, with the readiness to do sadhana, and invoking all the abilities from within and from the divine. Friends, Chandogya Upanishad is the 10th Upanishad we are beginning to study from today. First and foremost, this Upanishad belongs to Samaveda, Samaveda Antargata Upanishad. Second point, this Upanishad is in the last 8 chapters of one of the Brahmana of that Chandogya Upanishad, called as the Chandogya Brahmana. Point 2. Why this name Chandogya came to this Upanishad is Chandogya is the word from where this Chandogya came. Chandoga. Chando means Chandas. Ga means Gayanti. So Chanda means Chandas means Samaveda Chandas. So the Samaveda Gayakas, they have sung this Upanishad. It is revealed to them. Therefore, the Sama Gayakas have done the singing of this. Those Samagana Gayakas are called as Chandogas. Chandoga is the group of those people who do the Samagana. Because those Chandoga rishis have done the Ganam of this Upanishad, therefore it got the name Chandogya Upanishad. And the meaning of Upanishad is studied thoroughly by us from the Katha Upanishad, Sri Adi Shankara Bhashyam. So, what is Upanishad? Upa means by ourselves going near to the Guru, ourselves reaching to him. Ni Nishchaya Purvakena, with firmness of our own resolution. Ni means surrendering to it, Niche Baitkar. Then we listen from him, the Brahma Vidya. Upanishad's subject matter is only one thing, the Brahma Vidya. What is the outcome of that Brahma Vidya? What is the result? What is the prayojana? Is first samsara visharana or shaithilya apadanam. The strongest of the hold which we have to the eternally misery giving samsara in our mind is loosened, is diluted. That is the first benefit of studying the Upanishad. To the extent the hold on the samsara world, which is mithya, which is unreal, which is continuously changing, which has only one thing, result of binding us, limiting us, conditioning us, giving us misery. Naturally, when that loosens, the dukkha aspect in our life gets reduced. Second meaning of the sad dhatu Upanishad mein is avasadhanam. Avasadhanam means ending. Ending of what? The ignorance about the truth, about the reality. So, Visharana of the samsara, Shaitilya apadanam of the samsara, avasadhanam of avidya or ajnana. Third one is Gati. Gati means destination. Gamanam, Gamyate iti. Brahma Gamayitratvat. So the Sad Dhatu's third meaning is Gati, Gamanam, taking us to the Brahma Anubhava, which is already our own essentials. So in that way, Upa Samipe Gatva Ni Nischaya Purvakena Stitva Sadehe Dhatoho Visharana Avasadana Gati Purvaka Arthatvat. Achieving these three things by being at the feet of the Guru by studying this Upanishad, Therefore, it is called Upanishad. So today, in the beginning, we are studying Chandogya Upanishad 2. It is from Samaveda 3. It has got this name Chandogya because the Chandogya rishis have done the Ganam of it. And we have seen the name, meaning of the word Upanishad. What is the meaning of the word Upanishad and what are the results we get out of it? Upa, Samipe Gatva, physically as well as inside our heart, totally approaching the Guru, surrendering to him. Like we concluded yesterday, Yasya Deve Para Bhakti Yatha Deve Tatha Guru. That is called as Upa and Ni. Go and totally surrender. Then get taught about that Brahma Vidya by which Samsara Shaitilya, Avidya Nirmulana, then the Mukhya Lakshya Rupi Moksha Prapti will happen. This is the second thing. Third one, this Chandogya Upanishad of this Samaveda has so many rishis to guide us. Not one rishi like Shvetashvatara Upanishad was taught by one Shvetashvatara rishi. Katha Upanishad was given to us by the Yamaraj. So this particular Upanishad is given to us by so many rishis guidance, that is all compiled, and then we are having this glorious Upanishad in front of us. So the beautiful rishis that are there in this Upanishad, just for us to remember their glorious names are we have wonderful the Uddalaka Rishi. We have the Sanat Kumara Rishi. We also have the Narada Rishi, etc., to teach us this Upanishad. So lucky we are to be remembering all those great rishis. Okay, this particular Chandogya Upanishad has got Uddalaka Aruni, Shvetaketu Rishi, Sanat Kumara Rishi, Narada Rishi, Satyakama Jabala. Yesterday we started that chanting in the chanting class, and also Pravahana Jaivali. These are the great Brahmagnani rishis whose samvadas, whose discussions are all these Upanishadic mantras. Right? Then about this Upanishad, what one thing more we can know is this Upanishad contains for us totally 8 adhyayas. Totally 8 adhyayas, 8. Each of the adhyaya has got then so many khandas. Some adhyayas have few of the khanda, some have more also. And each khanda has got again few mantras, one topic, few mantras, ranging from 4 or 5 mantras up to some of the khandas have got even 10 to 12 mantras. So these many mantras in one khanda and these many khandas in one adhyaya and 8 adhyayas put together is the big Chandogya Upanishad, which we have taken up for study, which may run into how many days, we don't know, we need not worry. We just keep on studying. Some of the adhyayas, like the first one itself, has got as many as 23 khandas. First adhyaya has 23 khandas, second one around 22. Like that, it will be there. And each khanda has got so many mantras. That's why this Upanishad being bigger, second bigger after the Brahadaranyaka, less people study it, or those who study particular portions they take up. Like the sixth chapter of Tattvamasi Mahavakya portion. Such ones they take up. Some people are there very rare in some of the ashramas. They take up this and as per convenience they go on studying. Sometimes it runs into 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. They are the people who have understood the concepts of mind, etc., time, etc. Therefore, they are not worried about time. They go on studying. 5 saal, 6 saal mein, it is done. But they are happy with it. Their drishti is through the study of this Upanishad, how much our drishti on Brahma Tattva is becoming deeper, intensified. We also are taking up to study. Let us see how we proceed. We are just children at the feet of all the Rishi Muni Parampara. In the sequence of study of Upanishads, it has come, invoking the grace of Shruti Mata, Parabrahma, and all the Gurus. We are making an attempt, each one with our own sincere efforts, try and see how much we can apply ourselves and grasp what is given in this Upanishad through this Brahma Vidya. So, the Chandogya Upanishad is the most divine Upanishad with so many aspects we are starting to study. And in this Upanishad, out of 8 chapters, almost first 5 chapters talk maximum about upasanas, 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 along with the hints of Brahma Vidya, which is the main goal, is given. The last 3 chapters talk about the most beautiful Brahma Vidya. So that way, as the earlier Upanishad, Shvetashatra was giving us the so much of yoga prakriyas, the bhakti prakriyas, and the tattva jnana, which is the main goal. Wonderful it is. This Upanishad also has got guidance for the most important sadhana called as the upasana, and then the ultimate guidance of Brahma Vidya Vicharana. Brahma Vidya is gained through the Vicharana. Through the Vicharana, deep inquiry, we have that Brahman alone is real knowledge. Then through Dhyana, Nididhyasana, Adi, that Brahmanayam it is realized, then we are mukta from our own self-created bondages. Okay. So in this Upanishad, out of the 8 adhyayas, first adhyaya is Udgita Brahmanam. In that, Udgita is Omkara. In the beginning only it is told, keep it in mind. Omkara's another name is Udgita. Therefore, in this first of the Adhyaya, the Udgita Upasana is told, before which the Udgita Omkara Mahima is explained to us. So, Pranava Mahima and Pranava Upasana is the subject matter of the first chapter with so many aspects which we are going to study. 23 khandas it has got. So many beautiful things. We'll just go through them and see how much we can retain. Whether retain or not in the class, we go through it. So the Udgita Vidya is the Prathamodhyayaha. Like in Gita, first is Arjuna Vishad Yoga, second is Sankhya Yoga, ityadi. Like in Ramayana, first is Balakanda, then Ayodhya Kanda Aranya. In Bhagavatam, the first is Adhikari Nirnaya, second is Sadhana, then Sarga Visarga. In Mahabharatam, Adi Parva, Sabha Parva, Aranya Parva, Virata Parva, all this. In Yoga Vasishtam, Maharamayana, Vairagya Prakarana, Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakarana, Utpatti Prakarana, Sthiti Prakarana, Upashama Prakarana. Then we have the Nirvana Prakarana. We have no, in like Katha Upanishad, we had the Vallis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here in the Prathamodhyaya is Udgita Vidya, Omkara Upasana. So you got an idea. Oh, first chapter talks about one of the most essential spiritual sadhanas, the Pranava Upasana, highest. Rishi will go on telling it is our discretion, our intelligence to catch maximum and do it for benefiting ourselves. देखो कितना हम कर सकते हैं. So Udgita Vidya is the Prathamodhyaya. Second Adhyaya talks about Sama Upasana. Okay, the Sama Veda, in that Sama Upasana we are taught with so many of the things of the world are taken, uniting with them, we are taught how to do the Sama Upasana. All these Upasana Prakriyas purify our heart, make it single pointed, qualified for the deep listening contemplation of Brahma Vidya, which will be taught to us. So, therefore, Samopasana is the subject matter in the second chapter of this, our great Chandogya Upanishad. And through that, again, the Antakarana Shuddhi, etc., is achieved. Second one. The third Adhyaya talks about the Madhu Vidya. In that Madhu Vidya Kanda, uh, we are taught about everything in this world is depending on each other, and everything should be seen as the Madhumaya. Madhu is nectar. Nectar gives Anand. So everything is Madhu Madhu only in this world. So this is Madhu, this is Madhu, this is Madhu. That type of Madhu Vidya ke dwara Madhu Upasana we are taught. So Pranava Upasana, Samopasana, Madhu Upasana, Madhu Vidya. In the third chapter, we are going to see. In the fourth chapter, the Guru Bhakti, then Jignyasa, Brahma Jignyasa, then the glory of Satyanishta. And through the Prakriti, the introduction to Brahma Jnanam. These are all done in the fourth chapter, where the story of Satyakama Jabala comes. I know his name itself is Satyakama. His mother is Jabala. Her son, therefore, Jabala. His Satyanishta is taught. He is shown to us. Somewhat like the Nachiketa of Katha Upanishad. His Nishtha towards his father to begin with, then his Nishtha when he goes to Yamaraja with all his Sadgunas. We have seen in the first and second half of the Vallis how more than 25 divine qualities of Nachiketa, making him fit for this Brahma Vidya. That's why our Guru Yamaraja gave him. Here also, in this fourth chapter, we will see the Satyakama Jabalas, Satyanishta, Guru Bhakti, Jignyasa, ityadi. So he will be taught the Brahma Vidya. Fourth one. Fifth chapter talks about the Panchagni Vidya. In this Panchagni Vidya, so many aspects are covered about the karma, about the punarjanma, about the marana, and about jiva gati, etc. You know, when these things enter into our head, the knowledge, all fears go away. Like nowadays, we are studying the Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana in the evening in classes. So many topics, but the latest topic of Leela Upakhyanam, that too, the Katha of the Viduratha. Prior to that, he was Raja Padma, and before that, he was that Brahmana Vasishta. How clear that guidance to us that this is how the Jiva with his Sankalpas goes on projecting the world. And that Jiva himself is a pseudo expression. Brahman alone is reality. That alone is there as substratum, everything. That alone is my own substratum, and that's one without second, and that's without any Janma Adi Vikara. That beautiful knowledge is relieving us from the fears of death, etc. Isn't it? This body is solidification of the sankalpas and thoughts. That's it. That sankalpas and thoughts add to it the karmas. So kamana, sankalpa, karma, phalena, because of that infinite power of Maya Shakti, these shariras are projected. What is there great about it? Because of not having the knowledge of Brahma Tattva substratum, because of habitual living at the Sharira level for hundreds of lives. For us, the strongest of the delusions that the body alone is real, it has to remain, it has to be the source of happiness. These strong, deep ignorance and notions are in us. When we strengthen our Brahma Vidya, then these notions will go away accordingly. We take it so light. So many shariras appear and disappear. At the other level or language, in this infinite ocean of consciousness, Anantakoti Brahmandas are born and dying like the waves. If Brahmandas alone are born and dying like waves, in that Brahmanda, in that Bhuloka, in that some country, some state, कोई गली में एक कमरे में बिस्तरा पे we are seated. What to talk about us? You know, by devaluing only we come out of problem, because the problem is not because these things are happening, but because of unduly valuing it. That's the beautiful thing. It will continue for a few more days, the evening class. Here also, in this fifth chapter, we will be told about all this. Jiva Gati, the Marana, all of them through the Panchagni Vidya, named Panchamodhyaya. Then we go to the most enchanting, favorite sixth chapter. In sixth chapter here, the father Uddalaka to his son Shweta Ketu, he gives that Tattvam Asi Mahavakya Upadesha. Therefore, out of the four Mahavakyas, the Upadesha Mahavakya, which we call as Tattvam Asi, on which Bhagavan Adi Shankara's text of Vakya Vritti we have studied also, forgotten also. That Tattvamasi Mahavakya taught 9 times by Uddalaka Rishi to his son Shvetaketu in this sixth chapter. So, in this, the main thought is from pure Sat Vastu only, the whole universe has come. Never everything basically Sat Sarupa. And that Sat is you. That's the meaning of Tat Tvam Asi. So Tattvamasi Mahavakyopadesha Yukta is the most divine sixth chapter. Then the seventh also is very, very powerful. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. 6, 7, 8 are the full of Brahma Vidya. The seventh chapter is called as the Bhuma Vidya chapter. That quotations we study of Adi Shankara. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham nalpe sukhamasti. That which is infinite, in that alone the true sukha is there. How can there be sukha in the alpa, which are conditioned by deshakala vastu parichinnata? So that will be there in that. And the samvada is between Sanat Kumara and Narada, is Bhuma Vidya. So we will be remembering our great Sanat Kumarji, Naradji there. जब आएगा तब. Then how we travel from the limited Alpam to the Bhuma, the infinite, that is being taught to us. And that real bliss is there only in that infinite conscious self, which is pure existence. The real bliss, infiniteness. Not in all the Alpa. You know, remember, imagine if we are convinced about it and slowly rising in our identity away from the Alpa and identifying with the Bhuma, all bliss only. Our intellects have to understand it and educate our tiny ego and the mind. Ere ahankar or man, kaha bhatak rahe ho tum? Come this way. So this wonderful Bhuma Vidya is given to us in the Saptamodhyaya. Equally powerful is the Ashtamodhyaya. It has got the Dahara Vidya. Tatrapi Daharam Gaganam Vishokas Tasmin Yadantas Tadupasitavyam. So Dahara Akasha means Hrudaya Akasha. So how to search out the Paramatma in our Hrudaya, the Brahma Swarupa in our Hrudaya. That is taught. The nature of the self, the nature of moksha, These are all taught to us. In that also, again, what we begin here in the very first Sambandha Bhashya about the Brahma Prapti, Aham Brahmasmi, the other thing through the Saguna Upasana, the ultimate of Brahmaloka Prapti we talk, they are just introduced to us. Introduced. In this way, the Dhara Vidya, eighth one, Bhuma Vidya, the seventh one, Tattvamasi Mahavakya Vidya, the sixth one, Panchagni Vidya, the fifth one, then Madhu Vidya, then Satyakama Jabala, through that the Satyanishta, Guru Bhakti, etc., and also Brahma Vidya in the fourth one. In the third one, we have Madhu Vidya, second Samopasana, first is Udgita Upasana. So, Udgita Upasana, Samopasana, Madhu Vidya, Satyakama Jabala, then the Panchagni Vidya, then we have Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha, Bhuma Vidya, Dahara Vidya. This is how the eight of the adhyayas of this wonderful Chandogya Upanishad we are going to study here as much the Guru's Deva Kripa comes on to us and as much our intellects permit. And this beginning, when we go on doing, that is how we mature. Like in any of the fields, when we keep on doing, we mature. Here also, through Shravana, through Adhyayana, through Manana, Chintana, we will grow. While doing this, don't worry if things are not fully understood or remembered. We are coming to the class regularly. We are listening to the discussions seriously, sincerely. Focus on that. It will happen slowly. So too, need not compare with others. There are Mahajnanis, Brahmajnanis who have gone through all these Upanishads and Bhashyams and they are masters of it. They are great people who may be trying from some tens, twenties of lives. We have started just now. Therefore, we focus on our own understandings. For that, our own sincerity, regularity in our study, manana, chinta. Let us focus on our results. Let us focus on the rishis who are there in this Upanishad. Let's focus on the Upanishad per se. Let's focus on our own gurus and our history. Focusing on that, through their grace and our attempt, we slowly open up. We slowly open up ourselves for these higher understandings. So, in this way, we have the most beautiful Chandogya Upanishad kept in front of us for our study by the divine grace. Let us start. Om Om Tat Sat Parabrahmane Namaha Atha Samavedantargata Chandogya Upanishad. Today we will see Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara's Prarthana Shloka. Then of this Upanishad, the Shanti Mantra. The Samaveda Antargata Kena Upanishad also has got the same mantra, Shanti Mantra, that also we study. Then we go through the Sambandha Bhashya given by Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankaraji. Then we start studying the first khandam of the first chapter. The Udgita Vidya, Udgita Brahman. This is how we have made a beginning. We have started already. The divine grace is on us. So Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara's Bhashya Sahita we study. We invoke again the grace of Parabrahmane Namaha, Samasta Chandogyopanishadha Rishibhyo Namaha, Bhashyakara Sri Adi Shankara, Parabrahmane Namaha, Samasta Rishibhyo, Gurubhyo, Munibhyo Namaha. Just close the eyes for 30 seconds and pray that the Parabrahma Krupa, Samasta Devata Krupa, Samasta Rishi Guru Krupa, especially the Gurus, Rishis of this Chandogya Upanishad and Shruti Mata Krupa be on us. May the Prakriti also be kind, compassionate on us. May the entire beings of this world be kind, compassionate on us, so that no inner and outer disturbance, obstruction, any of the distractions happen. with continuous, constant attentiveness, Shraddha, Bhakti, every day. Let us study this Upanishad till we totally understand Brahma Vidya, do the sadhana and reach the goal. May blessings from every side come. May we also pray to everyone to forgive whomever we have troubled. You know, if they don't forgive, curse us, then we will not be able to do our sadhanas. So, whomever we have troubled, may all of them forgive us. And whoever have helped us, let us thank them. And may we redeem ourselves by our own choice from all obligations, entanglements, and fully, totally dedicate for the study of the Upanishad only. Thank you, friends. Now, Om Atha Samavedantargata Chandogyopanishatu. And in this, Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara's Prarthana mantra is what? Om Satchidananda Sandraya Om Satchidananda Sandraya Sarvatitaya Sakshine Sarvatitaya Sakshine Sarvatitaya Sakshine Namah Shri Deshikendraya Namah Shri Deshikendraya Shivaya Shivaghatine Shivaya Shivaghatine Om Satchidananda Sandraya Sarvatitaya Sakshine Namah Shri Deshikendraya Shivaya Shivaghatine Om Satchidananda Sandraya Sarvatitaya Sakshine Namah Shri Deshikendraya Shivaya Shivaghatine Om Satchidananda Sandraya Sarvatitaya Sakshine Namah Shri Deshikendraya Shivaya Shivaghatine. So the Mukhya word is Namaha, salutations. To both the Parabrahma Paramatma as well as the Guru in this shloka we say. First Namaha Satchidananda Sandraya. Sat means pure existence. Chit is the pure consciousness. Ananda is the pure infinitude. And all these Satchidananda are Sandra, Ghanibhut, solidified. Solidification, whenever such word comes, Ghanibhutata, is only to mean that in that there are no dissimilar things filling it up inside, like a solid crystal of sugar, let us say. What is the meaning of Ghanibhutata of this sugar? It is sugar and sugar and sugar alone. There is nothing other than it. That's called as Ghanimhuta. That is Sandrata, density, dense. The Sandrata, the density of the water content in the atmosphere we talk about. So Sandra, Sandrananda Ghana. So then don't go into the scientific level, but in that sugar crystal, when you go to the atomic level, there is so much space within the nucleus, around the nucleus. Yes, even the atom micro can be having gaps there, but even filling up those gaps is the Brahman. So much Ghana he is, so much Sandra he is, that there is nothing other than him. That's it. In that micro atom, there is something other than proton, the neutrons, then the electrons. Because of the otherness, there is space. But in pure Brahman, even the space also is not there to differentiate it. That much Sandra is this Satchidananda Paramatma. So to him, our salutations. Satchidananda Sandraya Namaha. Second, Sarvatitaya Namaha. Sarva. When the word Sarva is used, universal pronoun, everything comes. Everything में फिर precise करो तो जीवा जगत ईश्वर. These are the three generally we see. So Jagat Jiva Ishvara Atita. It is beyond all these three. Jiva Jagadishvara Atita. Jiva Jagadishvara is Sarva. Sarva Atitaya. Then how you discover himself, him in yourself? as Sakshine. He is slowly caught by doing the abhyasa of the Sakshitva. He is the Sakshi. है ना? In his Sakshitva presence, everything is happening. This Sakshi is a bhavana, is a intermediate stage in sadhana. Sakshi bhavana we do. So Sakshat Ikshate. What is the meaning of Sakshi? Not involving in the things that are happening. है ना? When we involve in the things, we cannot be Sakshi. When we have to be the Sakshi, we have to reduce the involvements in the things. When we reduce the involvements, then the Maya, which is making all of them appear to happen, slowly goes away. When it goes away, then for the Sakshi, nothing remains to be seen. Only when we involve vigorously in this world that the world is active, world is dynamic, world is realistic, etc. Start becoming Sakshi. Slowly it loses its effect on us. But understand the meaning of Sakshi, a pure witness without involvement. When as a Sakshi I remain, the whole tamasha gets quietened. When it is quietened, I am not even Sakshi also then. Who am I? Already said. Sachidananda Chandraya. I am that pure solidified Sachidananda Brahman only. That is the meaning of Sakshine. So Sachidananda Sandraya Sarvatitaya Sakshine. Next, Namaha. Salutations to him. Namaha Shri Deshikendraya. Shri means with all love, kindness, compassion. Deshika means the Guru who does the Disha Nirdesha for us. Deshika, Disha Nirdesha. The one who does the guidance to us toward the ultimate. And my Guru is Indra among all the Deshikas. Indra word used for the Shresthatha, the leadership, the bestness. So Indra also is one of the Devatas. But he is the Shrestha of among all of them, therefore he is called as Indra. Indra's name is Vasavaha, actually named Shakraha, Shatakratu. But he is best among all the Devatas, therefore he is called Indra. So too, my Guru is Deshika Indra, the best among all those who can guide towards the reality. Namah Shri Deshikendraya, then Shivaya, he is Shiva Swarupa. The Sachidananda Brahman also Shiva Swarupa. My Guru, who is the Deshika Indra, is also Shivaya. When we surrender to this Guru and God and listen to them and follow the practices, what will happen? Ashiva Ghatine. Shivaya is Shiva Swarupa, Mangala Swarupa. Ashiva Ghatine, who is the eliminator of, a remover of, destroyer of. Ghatak hai. Iska Ashiva. The one who is the bestower of auspiciousness by eliminating everything inauspicious. And auspiciousness is bliss and ananda. Ashiva is our own dukkha. So Shivaya is Sukhadata, Anandadata. Ashiva Ghatin is Dukkha Nivaraka. And the one who removes the dukkha, misery, problems. Therefore, Sachidananda Sandraya Sarvatitaya Sakshine Namah Shri Deshikendraya Shivaya Shivagatine. Every day we'll chant this mantra. So in a couple of days time, 1 week में आपको ये बायहाट आ जाएगा. सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने. बस टुडे by God. आज ही by heart करो आप. Why wait for tomorrow or 5 days? In this way, Bhagavan Adi Shankara had given mantra we studied. In that, the Sachidananda Parabrahman is remembered and saluted, And our Guru, the Deshikendra, also remembered and saluted. And prarthanas are done by asking them to remove the Ashivata and bless us with the Shivata. Let all the dukkha, bandhana go away. Let the ananda, mukti come to us. Shivaya Shivagatine is the prayers. The Lord who is the remover of all the misery, dukkha, dukkha nivarakaha, and giver of the sukha. है ना? है ना? Sukha karta, dukkha harta, vancha, vignasi. You have no, that's so. The Sukha Dayaka and Dukkha Nirmulakaha is our Brahma Vidya by the blessings of Guru and the God. This is what is Adi Shankara Bhagwan given mantra we chanted. Now the Shanti mantra is Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaha Chakshuh Shrotram Atho Balam Indriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani Nirate Ye Upanishatsu Dharmaha Te Vai Santo ते मयि संतो ओम शांति शांति शांति. This mantra कल repeat करा के सिखा के we will see the meaning of it. Then we will take up the Sambandha Bhashya of this most wondrous Chandogya Upanishad. Then what is your duty, homework and all? You know it. I need not say it so many times. Be regular, be sincere, and whatever is said, start making your notes from now onwards for 10 minutes, 5 minutes. उससे मनन चिंतन हो जाएगा और उस दिन हमने क्या सुना एक जगह लिखा रखा है तो whenever we have time we go through it, then the reminder happens of the knowledge heard. This is a minimum thing that can be done. Minimum. Make your notes and browse through it once in a week. Then you will understand, okay, in this 1 week of this first chapter of Udgita Upasana, these one or two khandas, whatever covered. So this is what is the thing we have studied. See, this is how our intellect, through the study of Upanishads, equips with Brahma Vidya and decides that to be the goal and means and works towards it. The entire samsara automatically goes away. That's how we are blessed. Thank you, friends. Today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll do the remaining. Om, 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 Om. Om 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 Om. So, having done our Upanishad Adhyanam, from today, as we started Chandogya, the sequence we just thought of changing and seeing it. If it is good, we'll continue. Earlier, we used to do so many things, then toward the end, the Upanishad. So this time we just changed. First to do Upanishad, which is our main purpose and goal. Then for next 20-30 minutes, the other things which we are valuing it, which is again a need of the hour for all of us, the things, the remaining three of them. Four we have done. We have done our Shanti Guru Parampara Mantra Ucharana. We have done this Sankalpa. Then we have done the Upanishad Mantra Ucharana means it will start from tomorrow. Then Upanishad Adhyanam. In our Sapta Sadhanas, the four are covered. The remaining three are the Veda Parayanam 10-12 minutes, then our common sense thought 5-7-10 minutes, then our mantra. These three also we will do as a part of our sadhana. Doesn't mean when you do this, you forgot Upanishad. That is not meant. Earlier, we used to do Upanishad towards the end with the idea that we go home with the Upanishadic Jnanam. That's how the 847 days we have done. Now we're changing it that with a fresh mind, start studying Upanishad only so that we are able to give sufficient time also to that and go through it. Relaxed. Now these things also equally important. We will involve in them. So in our Vedic chanting today, we'll do few days. आदत बनकर अच्छा लग रहा है तो कंटिन्यू करेंगे. If not, we'll find some another technique. क्या है भगवान बताएंगे, हमें क्या टेंशन लेना. Okay. In today's second mantra, second suktam of the first anuvakam of the fourth kandam of the Samaveda only. Sorry, Atharvana Veda, not Atharvana Veda. It is the Vena is the Rishi. And you know who is the Devata? Sakshat Paramatma Tattva only. Okay. Uh, this one mantra is so beautiful. It is in so many of the Vedic schools, whichever are there prevalent. In them, these mantras are everyday chanted. Okay. In that, Hiranyagarbha Upasana is there. As we know, Hiranyagarbha Samarthatagre, Ya Atmada Balada, Kasmai Devaya Vishavidema, Kasmai Devaya. That we chanted now so many times. Hiranyagarbha Suktam. I think wahi hai ye. Hiranyagarbha Suktam from the second mantra. Okay. The second mantra, sorry. Second mantra of the Hiranyagarbha Suktam is from the first mantra of this second Suktam which we are learning today. Here, that Lord who is the Prana Pradata, the one who is the Bala Pradata, that Bhagwan whose orders are obediently followed by all the beings, the Lord whose orders are followed by all the Devatas, and the one who is the Ishvara of all the Dvipada and Chatushpada. To that Lord, I am offering these Havihi oblations. So here, Kasmai Devaya Visavidema means to which Lord I can offer these oblations. That type of meaning it comes. But Kaha means that Paramatma only. Eko naikaha savaha kaha kim yat tat padam anuttamam. We have seen in Vishnu Sahasranam. So Kasmai Devaya means if he is one, I would have given oblations to him. If everywhere he is there, what oblations can I do? What offerings I can do? In fact, realizing him in everything alone is an oblation. And yet, I am doing this offer. That's how this mantra. Same way, the second one is that Prajapati, because of whom the Uchvasa, Nishvasas are happening. That Prajapati, because of who is the single Adhipati of the entire Prani, and he is the one who is got the Amritattva as his nature. Such Lord, I am offering these oblations. So too, the Diloka, the Prithviloka, staying in their own positions by that Lord's grace. And the Antariksha Loka has got its own variety of lokas in it. That Lord who is guiding the beings from the Bhuloka to Duloka. To him, our oblations. This is the third mantra. Fourth one, the Lord by whose Mahima this Bhumi separated from the Diloka got itself expanded. And then the Antariksha also by whose grace continuously getting expanded. And that Lord Surya so bright, brilliantly supporting these three worlds by whose grace? To that Lord are our prayers and oblations. Then the fifth one, that Lord by whose grace all the Himalaya Adi Parvatas are born and Samudras are born, the rivers are born, and all directions are there as the Bahu of that Lord. To that Lord our salutations and oblations. In the same way, that Lord who is in the form of the water, which is nectarine and which is the giver of the life also. In the same way, that Lord whom all these devatas have realized in their own hearts, to that Paramatma our oblation salutations. So too, he is the one who was there right from the beginning, who is the single Adhipati of the entire universe. He is the one holding himself as support the Prithvi Loka and the Diloka, etc. To him are our oblations. In the same way, the Apo Devatas, the first ones which are born, have kept that Hiranyagarbha in their womb. That Hiranyagarbha has got his Achadana also Hiranyamaya Rupa. To that primordial Lord who is permeating everything, supporting everything. To him are our salutations, our oblations. This is how this powerful Hiranyagarbha Sukta. Hiranyagarbha is the first expression of Parabrahma Paramatma. Okay, next let us chant this mantra. Om Atha Atharvana Vedantargata हिरण्यगर्भ परमात्मनः यज्ञ हविः अर्पण नमस्कार सूक्तम अनुग्रहार्थम निर्विघ्नेन आध्यात्मिक साधना सिद्धि प्राप्त्यर्थम ओम य आत्मदा बलदा ओम य आत्मदा बलदा यस्य विश्व उपासते यस्य विश्व उपासते प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः योऽस्येषे योऽस्येषे द्विपदो यश्चतुष्पदः द्विपदो यश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ओम य आत्मदा बलदा यस्य विश्व उपासते प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः योऽस्येद्विवशो द्विपदो यश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम य आत्मदा बलदा यस्य विश्व उपासते प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः योऽस्येद्विपदो यश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम सेकंड यह प्राणतः यह प्राणतो निमिषतो मही त्वैको यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महि त्वैको राजा जगतो बभूव राजा जगतो बभूव यस्य छायामृतं यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैको राजा जगतो बभूव यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैको राजा जगतो बभूव यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैको राजा जगतो बभूव यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम थर्ड वन यं क्रन्दसि अवतश्चस्कभाने यं क्रन्दसि अवतश्चस्कभाने भियसा नेरोदसी भियसा नेरोदसी आह्वयेथाम् आह्वयेथाम् यस्यासौ पन्था रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ओम यं क्रन्दसि अवतश्चस्कभाने भियसा नेरोदसी आह्वयेथाम् यस्यासौ पन्था रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम यं क्रन्दसि अवतश्चस्कभाने भियसा नेरोदसी आह्वयेथाम् यस्यासौ पन्था रजसो विमानः तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम फोर्थ वन यस्य द्यौरुर्वे पृथ्वी च मही यस्याद उर्वन्तरिक्षं यस्यासौ सूरो विततो महित्वा कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम यस्य द्यौरुर्वे पृथिवी च मही यस्याद उर्वन्तरिक्षं यस्यासौ सूरो विततो महित्वा कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम यस्य द्यौरुर्वे पृथिवी च मही यस्याथ उर्वन्तरिक्षं यस्यासौ सूरो विततो महित्वा Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Four we have done, three more are there. They will learn tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vedic chanting. Three more we'll learn and together we'll chant it 2 or 3 times. Now, in our common sense thought today, what we can do, simplest thought, in one flow we will say in only 1 or 2 minutes. Remember it that dependency, slavery, beggary in the world is not a decent human living. Doesn't suit being human. Then what? What? Work hard and stand on your feet and earn good money for your comfortable life. First point is that focus on that. Then slowly understand that wealth is not so great as something else than that. And what is more greater than the wealth, we all know that our own health. Then the relation which in so many common quotations you might have received it 10,000 times. Do I need to remind you of that? All of that. That don't spoil your health for the sake of money, after which again that entire wealth you have to spend only in regaining the health. इतना पैसे मत कमाओ तबीयत खराब करके कि कमाए हुआ पैसे फिर तबीयत ठीक करने के लिए वो स्पेंड किया जाएगा. Health is more wealthier than the wealth because you can't even enjoy the wealth when the health is not good. With lot of work you have earned, let us say, so many things to eat, so many things to enjoy, और तबीयत ठीक नहीं तो can you, only medicine you will take, only rest you have to take, you cannot enjoy the world. That much is the loss when you lose the health. Therefore health is more valuable than the wealth. Recognize it, you know. Then is the health itself is highest thing? No. More valuable than the health is our own mind. Valuable is our own mind. Mind is more valuable than the health. Protect the mind. Peace of the mind, calmness of the mind, quietness of the mind, stability of the mind, control of the mind. That is more important than the health. Therefore, earn wealth but know its limitations. Then come to the next level of managing the health through all the processes which we are not discussing here. You are masters of that. So, more valuable than the wealth is, if health it is, more valuable than health is our own mind. You know? More valuable than the mind is our own intellect. Therefore, attend to intellect also, and intellect's job is what? Keep on gaining the knowledges, every knowledge required. More valuable than the intellect is our own heart. Reach to the heart level. In the heart, first of all, as we are studying, remove even the last trace of impurity. Let the heart be pure. Let the heart be filled with values. You know? Intellectual knowledge, say, values are more great. In the heart, the values have to be there. So, the wealth, the health, the mind, the intellect, the heart, and in the heart, we talked about removal of impurities, bringing the purity. Along with it, we are talking about the values, more greater than values. In the Hridaya are the beautiful things called as the prema, the bhakti, etc. to the Lord. Heart should be filled with purity, values, and bhakti. जाते बेगी द्रवौमय भाई सो मम भगति भगत सुखदाय सो स्वतंत्र अवलंबन आना तेहि आदीन ज्ञान विज्ञान. Okay, higher than this bhakti in our own heart is the Tattva Jnana. Intellectual Tattva Jnana should percolate into the heart. The heart should throb with the Tattva Jnanam all the time. More important, subtler than the Siddhanta Tattva Jnana is Hridaya Purvaka Sadhana. As much wholeheartedly we are Artha Purusharthi and Kama Purusharthi right now, so much wholehearted we have to be regarding doing the sadhana to realize the tattva in our heart, about which we already have got the jnana. Then that sadhana should take us to the most final thing called as tattva anubhuti in the hridaya. Life lived for that is ultimate. After that anubhuti, establish in it. These are the 7-8 stages which we have to remember and see where we are stuck up or which level we have reached to. Then what is the next one? It's a continuous process. Lower ones, as per the requirements, we come, but station ourselves in the higher one. है ना? जैसे ना रहते हैं सिटी में, कभी कभी गांव जाके आते, रहते हैं गांव में, कभी कभी जरूरत कहे तो सिटी में जाते, है ना? रहते हैं अपने घर में, कभी कभी मायका जाके आते. In the same way, stay in the Brahman and kabhi when required, come to this level. Now it is, we are staying here permanently, never going to Brahman only. Ab pauncho वहाँ. So, is it wealth, or it is health, or it is peace of mind, or it is knowledge of intellect, the purity of the heart, the values of the heart, the devotion in the heart, the tattva jnana in the heart, the sadhana, the anubhuti, the nishtha. Ab dekh lo, which you want to value and grow in. That's what is our today's precise common sense thought. Now, today our mantra dhyanam also we will do, friends. Whose mantra we will chant today is Krishna Vasudeva. Among so many rishis we are seeing. And today we will see the rishi which we have seen yesterday only. Not that we have forgotten, but today we will do. Who is he? The one who was blessing us from last 847 days till yesterday. Our great Shvetashvatara Maharshi. Okay? The Shvetashvatara Rishi is the giver of that Krishna Yajurvedya, Shvetashvatara Upanishad to us. Like all the rishis, Mahatapasvi. Like all the rishis, is a Mahajnani, Brahmajnani. And who has experienced that? That Brahmanubhuti by sadhana, tapassabhavat, deva prasadat cha, brahma shvetashvatara atavidva. And that Rishi, we have seen the experience of Brahma Vidya, he taught. In that Upanishad, we saw the Brahman explained, the Maya explained, the Ishvara explained, the Jiva explained, the Yoga explained, the Bhakti Sadhana explained, Bandha Mokshas are explained. Even Rudra Upasana, Eko Rudra Dvitiya Natastu. In that way, so many things were covered in that wonderful Upanishad given to us by Shvetashvatara Rishi in those 6 chapters. The synergization of yoga, bhakti, jnana, even to some extent the karma, we see in that Upanishad very rarely. Such is our great Shvetashvatara Rishi to be remembered every day. Okay? We will chant this mantra. Om Brahmanishthaya Vidmahe Maharushaye Cha Dhimahi Tanno Shvetashvatara Prachodayat. ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय महाऋषये श्वेताश्वतरः. ठीक है, 27 टाइम्स. ओम ब्रह्मनिष्ठा ओम परब्रह्म परमात्मा स्वरूप श्री श्वेताश्वतर महर्षये नमः. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. समस्त उपासनां समर्पयामि. छत्रचामरादीन् समर्पयामि. छत्रचामरादीन् समर्पयामि. शक्तोपचार भक्त्योपचार राजोपचार देवोपचारान् समर्पयामि. जपादिना स्तोत्रेण कीर्तनादिना तोषयामि. ओम श्री श्वेताश्वतर ब्रह्मर्षये नमः। नमस्करोमि शरणागतोऽस्मि प्रार्थयामि मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि। आत्मानुभवं प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ सनातनधर्मस्यापि संरक्षणं कृत्वा विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु भारतवर्षस्यापि संरक्षणं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय विद्महे महर्षये च धीमहि तन्नो श्वेताश्वतरः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्री श्वेताश्वतर महर्षये नमः। नमस्करोमि शरणागतोऽस्मि प्रार्थयामि बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुनिर्मूलं कृत्वा मम आध्यात्मिकसाधनाम् अनुभवम् अस्मिन् क्षणे अस्मिन् जन्मन्येव प्रदेहि। तथा च भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक-हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः अपि बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुशाश्वतसमूलनिर्मूलनं कृत्वा संरक्षणम् अभिवृद्धिं विश्वव्याप्तिं प्रदेहि। ओम श्री श्वेताश्वतर महर्षये नमः। 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 ओम श्री श्वेताश्वतर Maharshaye Namaha. Have a wonderful day. We'll meet tomorrow to study our this glorious Chandogya Upanishad. Now join in 3 minutes for our Bhagavad Gita Adhyanam. Gita also, if you see the last sloka of second chapter, today we can start with our Tritiyo Dhyaya. So, thank you.